here for, and it's all good. But no, I understand that KC Pioneers on paper are a better team than the Pittsburgh Knights. But with that being said, KC Pioneers have not been the most consistent team, and the consistency needs to show up today if they're going to be able to take down Pittsburgh Knights.
And the Pioneers certainly not unbeatable. Like you said, some consistency problems. But one player on the Kansas City Pioneers that always seems to play pretty well is Beast Mode. I love watching Beast Mode. Very smart player. Knows when to take his space, take his time. And watch for him to make some impact plays. Sosa, the corner Beast Mode. The pass across, and Rapid is there. I think they thought Beast Mode was going for a shot here, and it was actually a pass right to Rapid, far post.
Just a picture-perfect pass across the box over to Rapid, and that's who they need to show up is Rapid. If he's firing on all cylinders, this team is lethal.
So true. Beast Mode already making his mark. And that's one thing you have to be so careful of as a defender. And sometimes you just got to go. You saw Rodoko and ZPS both on the line there. Regardless if you got boost or not, just try to rush that ball. Get somebody on it.
Yeah, somebody's got to go up and challenge that. You can't give any player at this level just a free open look. And that's a poor touch from Memory, and Sosa's going to capitalize. And good touch for Memory to get this cleared out.
And sometimes you take that gamble, right? You think, oh, he's going for the shot. I'm going to stay grounded and be able to block it. But then when they realized that Rapid was on the other end, in position,
no,
it's too late. And now another goal coming in. After the demo, you saw the rotations break down. Memory able to pull one in.
And just a punishment on the mistake there. You see Rodoko trying to stretch out to touch that ball, but you have to get a touch there. And if not, you see exactly what happens. A wide open net, and KC Pioneers looking really good here in game number 1.
And the demo's playing a factor early as well. Good defense from Memory. Fair dribble getting denied. Rodoko, low boost. Rapid will hit it off to the side. Sosa with tons of space. But you see him pop it high. Rapid was able to get to it there. Needed to keep that one closer. Rebound out. Beast Mode with the challenge. Not a great start for the Knights, but they could build something back here. Sosa, his flick went too high. There was a window, but he just failed to hit it.
Yeah, it was a really small window at that, and that's a poor touch there from Sosa. Memory going to launch that on target, and a great save by Rodoko. You saw the nice redirect from Rapid, put a lot of speed on it, but unable to get to the back of the net. And so far, I'm loving the aggression we're seeing from the KC Pioneers right now. This is one thing this team excels at, is going into the box, looking for defenders, and ZPS missing, and opportunities have been thrown by the wayside by the Pittsburgh Knights, and they're going to have to tighten things up if they're going to want to make this a close series.
And they still got time. We're just approaching the halfway point of the game. Memory slows things down, but gives it right back to Rodoko. Will interfere with the pass attempt over to Sosa. ZPS turning, lots of boost, goes right for net. Memory able to save it over to Rapid, who puts it into the middle. You can see the Knights setting up at the midfield, keeping this ball in. Finally, Beast Mode will break through. Memory.
And so far, James, it looks like the Knights, their touches are just getting away from them just a little too much. And with how aggressive the KC Pioneers are playing right now, they're positioning themselves perfectly, and Memory gets his shot turned away by Sosa. Great defense there from the Knights, but it's still got to last, and Sosa can't get there. And Memory puts in the third goal for the Pioneers.
Sosa, he was running on a boost pad coming off the wall. Memory staying in position there. It was an awkward save for Sosa on low boost. But Memory, talk about a play. You sit there, you're backwards, you just stop, still go for it. Sometimes that's the best call. Just take shots on net. Sometimes you even get the rebounds. The Pioneers, a very good start. The Knights struggling.
And you said it as well, James. It looks like every time they're coming down, pushing into offense, they're getting a goal out of it.
Yeah, I mean, they have been kept back on defense a few times from the Knights, and the Knights even having a few angles that they couldn't take advantage of. But you had also mentioned their first touches. We saw a few times. Ooh, another dangerous ball there. But even here, Rodoko let that get away from him. You have these situations where that light first touch would do wonders, but the Knights a bit too heavy-footed.
Yeah, you got to hit the ball with a purpose at all times in Rocket League. And most importantly on defense, when you're trying to clear that ball, if you just keep trying to bang it towards that midfield line, you're going to get punished. And that's a great pass, but Memory too quick on that one in beast mode. Trying to get that one towards target, but just putting pressure on this PK Knights team. And here they come marching downfield. Rodoko gets the touch, but a save by Rapid. And Rodoko cleans that up, steals that goal from Sosa.
Yeah, this, I don't know if that's cleaning it up, but I see what you're saying. He's kind of floating there. Fortunately for them, it didn't hit the part of his car where it would have bounced out. That was a close one. You hit him a little more on the wheels. That might not be going in. So the Knights will get on the board late. Another shot coming in. Rodoko redirect. Trying to get a backboard pass. ZPS was ready. Still time to work with for the Knights, but never mind. That's going to be the dagger, a light touch. You talk about wonderful first touches. Look at this one from Rapid.
Oh, nasty. You see him flip upside down to touch it with his wheels, so it slows the ball down and just lightly goes right towards the net, and it's finished off. Great play there by the KC Pioneers, and they are just marching through the Pittsburgh Knights right now.
Rodoko. A flip reset goal. Not the kind that you expect to hit, but still it counts.
Very interesting. And did he get the
second touch? It looked like he even bumped him. It looked like he might have touched the wheels, but he also ran into beast mode.
Hey, either way, you got to feel good putting two up. Yeah, they're kind of junk time goals, but it still counts. And you can say, hey, while the goals maybe weren't the prettiest, we did get a ton of shots. Right now, they're sitting at 10 shots against KC Pioneers, but they've got to clean things up defensively. 14 shots allowed for the KC Pioneers, and no way to play defense if you're on Pittsburgh Knights.
So the Pittsburgh Knights, they fall in game one. The Pioneers now going to be up 1-0 in this series, and it was a good start from them. The Knights, you could tell just from the very beginning, letting that ball get away from them a few too many times. They had some setups. They didn't close things out. The Pioneers, on the other hand, so many shots, so much pressure, and really stellar plays from beast mode. We saw him open up the game with that pass across to Rapid that worked wonders. And then the Pioneers just looking comfortable all game long.
Yeah, and it was all on the shoulders of beast mode. You see that beautiful pass there across to Rapid, but getting a playmaker in game number one and just putting himself on offense. Yeah, he wasn't getting the shots to fall. He did end up with one goal, but just putting the ball perfectly at the top of the box where no defenders were. And, you know, I think it's just poor defense from the Pittsburgh Knights. If they can tighten things up and be a little more aggressive on defense, I think it's going to work wonders for them. But that being said, KC Pioneers right now just looking too fast.
Yeah, the Pioneers playing some consistent Rocket League right now. The Knights, on the other hand, going to have to do some figuring out. We did see some late stuff from them, getting a couple goals. You call them garbage time goals or something. I feel like that's a pretty accurate descriptor. It's one of those goals where it's not going to make a difference in the game, but it does help with that momentum going into the next one. And we are at the next one right here. The Knights, can they bring it at the start of this one? We'll find out. A bump. Sosa didn't make contact, staying in the play as well. He'll have to bail. Rodoko off the arc and down. Rebound chance for ZPS. A great start now for the Knights. Just 14 seconds in, ZPS dropping this one in.
This is exactly what the PK needed. A quick goal here in game number 2, and great shot placement there from ZPS, putting it exactly where he needed to. And I love that pass from Rodoko, just being aggressive, just coming off that back wall.
Sosa in the corner. Now on the wall, it's trying to touch that out to ZPS. ZPS light pass back. Rapid beats out Rodoko, goes for the 50, but Sosa, that was a huge win. If he loses that 50 to Rapid, that could have been a counterattack, and still it finds its way over to the wall. Beast mode, huge space. Oh, the ball got behind him a bit. Still not contested. we've seen a few times in this game where the Pioneers have had a lot of real estate to work with.
Yeah, and right there is all because of a triple commit on defense from the Knights. They've got to work on the communication. And, you know, right there, Sosa not going for that ball, just kind of leaving it up for Beast Mode. It was a poor hit by Beast Mode into the corner, but I want to see some earlier challenge out of the Knights on defense instead of allowing these, you know, uncontested balls. It's just not looking pretty for the Knights on defense right now.
Oh, but this could be a chance.
Oh.
Sosa dropping it in. Sosa, he was upfield already, but that 50 right there into another 50 was key to getting that one.
Yeah, and again, I'm not sure where the Pioneers are on defense. Just good transition offense from the Knights here. And Sosa capitalizing. It wasn't a pretty shot. It was just a nice slow roller towards net. And it's all you need is it to find the back. And this is going to be a good one for Sosa, but he misreads it off the back wall.
Verdoko, though, was bumping Beast Mode in the corner, which is a good thing because Beast Mode, if he was able to get to that ball, could have kick-started something.
Oh.
The Knights looking much better. Rapid. Going towards net. ZPS defends it well. Memory wanted to bump Sosa there, perhaps. Sosa out of boost. ZPS taking over. Air dribble goes for the 50 on the goal line. Rebound out in Beast Mode. Will clear it off to the corner. A lot more confidence coming out from the Knights as well. You even saw ZPS deciding to take that one-on-one, going for that 50. I like that call.
Man, KC Pioneers are just so fast right now. It seems like every single time there's a 50-50 ball that's in mid-air, they're just continually beating the Knights to it. And right here, Sosa up early, but misses that ball. And that's a few misreads from Sosa now. Not sure if the nerves are getting to him, but just got to kind of calm things down and make sure you make good contact with the ball. Again, misses on that one.
Even though Pioneers, they've got speed. Oh, that was a very important touch from Sosa. Sosa, if he doesn't get at least a bumper on that ball, there was a player for the Pioneers ready to clean that up. But the Pioneers losing some key 50-50s. You saw Sosa, and I believe it was Verdoko, winning that 50-50, or might have been ZPS, I'm not sure. But they won those back-to-back 50s that resulted in a goal for the Knights. So even though the Pioneers looking speedy, it matters. When you're on your own half, you really got to hit those 50s.
Right, exactly. And, you know, they don't really matter up at midfield most of the time unless you get beat the ball completely. As long as you make the slightest touch, that's all that matters. And Beast Mode looking for Memory. Great pass, but kind of showed his hand a little too early, and Verdoko saw it coming from a mile away, was able to kind of thrust himself into that play and break up that pass. Oh, what a stop.
Can't believe that didn't go in. The demo comes out. That'll buy space, but we've seen some close calls now for the Knights on their own end. Sosa a couple times making big saves, even in the last game. And the Knights, they're struggling to get boosted. You see that reflecting in their gameplay. A lot of times they're late to the challenge. They're happy to let the 50s take place, even if they might be able to get to the ball first with better positioning or with more offensive positioning. But it's working for them right now. They're happy to let the Pioneers play into them and then work with what they can.
Yeah, the speed difference sometimes throws you off, and Memory just off. Going outside the post there, and here comes Beast Mode off the ceiling. Decides to just go for the ball and slow roll it towards the net. And this is going to be a good one for Memory. But great read from Sosa to cover up that backside upper 90 and boom this ball all the way downfield and clear this one out. And this is going to be a last-second push here for KC Pioneers.
The Pioneers running out of daylight, and that's going to end it. The night has come, and it is Verdoko.
Great pop there from ZPS, that initial touch to kind of put it closer to the net. Defenders weren't expecting it, and then just pushing it all the way across the face of the net. Finished by Verdoko. Beautiful play here from the Pittsburgh Knights, and I love the turnaround from game 1 to game 2. They got outshot in game number 1 by a pretty substantial margin, and then kind of reeled it in here in game number 2, just allowing 10.
Sosa trying to get one last goal off the board, going for that air dribble play, and there we have it. Knights, a big win for them. Game 1 seemed like it might be a series heavily in favor of the Kansas City Pioneers, but this time was not the case. The Knights, a 3-0 win. The Pioneers held scoreless. There still was a decent amount of shots from the Pioneers, but the defense and the 50-50s from the Knights this game was what put them over the top.
Yeah, it was just going for the ball. Hey, it doesn't matter if you're going to get beat to it. Just go up to try and get a touch. And that was enough for them to break out of their defensive half. And a lot of their goals, or at least 2 of their 3 goals, were kind of fast break plays where KC Pioneers were scrambling back to defense, didn't have the time to communicate who's going for what, who's got back posts covered up, and just capitalized on those moments.
Yeah, and also we saw the challenges from the Knights when they were getting there. We saw that back-to-back 50-50 that ended up in the goal. Then you saw the pickpocket play. Even one of the goals, I think, Rapid just got a not the most ideal touch on the back wall that ended up leaking out into the middle. So the Pioneers, we are already seeing in this series a bit of the inconsistency that really they need to overcome if they're going to break back into the top. Like we've seen them before. This is a team, the Kansas City Pioneers, that have competed at the elite level. And we're really making you wonder if this was going to be a team that's going to be a mainstay in the top 6. But now they've got a Pittsburgh Knights team hot on their heels. Just shut them out 3-0. And we're tied up at 1 game apiece. Game 3. Starting out early, pressure from the Pioneers, and you see Beast Mode was trying to kick it into reverse, wanted to pass it back. The Knights happy to stay in net and wait for these shots to come in. Sosa.
Oh, nice. He's been inconsistent with his touches, but when he does hit that ball, his placement has been pretty so far in this game, and Beast Mode was looking for a bump there, but Sosa was able to get away from the wall far enough so he couldn't touch him, and that's a miss by Rodoko, and those are the plays that you can't have.
Oh, this was devastating. Memory going for a double tap here. Rodoko, I'm not sure what he was looking at. Maybe he was thinking Memory was going to hit that double tap, or maybe he was going to try to go for a bump on Memory. He was way offline there. That was a very bad move on his part.
Yeah.
And I'll have to take another look at that to just try to decipher what he was going for there.
Oh, beautiful shot there to get the defender up, and now 2 are up, but no follow-up for the Pittsburgh Knights. And that was an opportunity wasted, and Rodoko, good challenge there on Memory. But Beast Mode, we talked about it this entire series, it's speed. He's just always consistently the first man to that ball.
Pressure from the Knights building. DPS, sealing pass. Sosa flipping now. It's a 2v1 situation. Rodoko up against Memory. There's a demo on the far side, and that's going to allow some space, but still a close call. And now the counterattack. Sosa over Rapid, and he doesn't get there in time.
Knights got away with one. Should be 2-0, and Rodoko flicking that high, but Memory waiting patiently up on that back wall. Good defense here from the KC Pioneers, and that was disaster letting them score in the first minute, giving them confidence here to just kind of say, hey, all right, we can beat this team. We did it game 1. We'll trade game for game with them and come out the victors.
DPS looking for Sosa. Rodoko is going to beat that player to the ball, but Beast Mode comes in and helps out. Sosa back to the middle, and it's a high bounce. That bounces back. You saw, I think it was Rodoko there on the prowl.
Yeah, if that didn't get such elevation underneath it, then yeah, that would have definitely been a goal, but hit just the perfect curvature of the wall to roll up instead of bouncing out, and really helped KCP out there.
KCP taking that downfield. Beast Mode out of boost. Hunting for a corner, he's got it up against ZPS, and there's another demo. We've seen it a couple times on both ends where teams have some good counterattacking opportunities, but a demo puts the coolers on them.
Oh,
Beast Mode! How did that manage to go in?
Own goal strikes again, rears its ugly head. Great redirect here and double tap off the wall, but ZPS not expecting that tight angle and put himself a little too far into the box, so it goes off the back of his car into the back of the net, and now Pittsburgh Knights are chasing 2.
Yeah, I think Rodoko would have had that. It might even hit the post, maybe post and in. But Rodoko in position to get that save. So that is a tragedy there for the Knights. Memory took too much time. Play cut out by Rodoko. Almost slipped it underneath. Rapid was challenging high. Shot was off.
A little miscommunication there. Left that ball wide open. And this is going to be a good opportunity here for the Pioneers. Great catch by Rapid and a great push into the net. Good heads-up play from Rapid downfield.
And Memory, he knew Rapid was over there. Rapid, we've seen him do this multiple times this series. That first touch with so much finesse that it sets up the follow-up play. This time, he's just going to end it himself. Gets the third goal for the Pioneers, and they are certainly in control of this one.
Yeah, and if you're the Knights right now, you just want to get one. Just one to feel good here. That's a good pass, but Rapid, good angle to take that one away. And so far, the Knights can't crack through the KC Pioneers defense in game number 3.
It's been back and forth, that's for sure. The last game, if you can remember that far back, was all in favor of the Knights. So this one like a teeter-totter back and forth. Beast mode, he saw Memory downfield, but Beast mode has been struggling for boost this whole game. Gonna pass this over to Rapid. Again, not enough power on it.
I'd really like to see the Knights slow things up in game number 4. Try and slow things up, at least on the offensive end, because right now they're trying to get those snapshots on net. And right now, KC Pioneers are just kind of positioning themselves on the goal line saying, okay, we know a shot's coming out, so try and go for an infield pass or try and slow it down to go for a one-on-one play. But right now, those snapshots are not working.
Yeah, maybe playing with a little more speed, but I hear you. Do more possession, more of a possession game. Take that dribble, go for the 50 where you know a teammate's on the side. You don't just have to take that shot and hope for a rebound. Something's going to have to change for the Knights. The Pioneers, they made some adjustments, come back, and they shut them out 3-0. So the Pioneers back in control of the series. The Knights going to have to go back to the drawing board.
And this is what the Pioneers needed. This is a team that, you know, I kind of talked about on the pre-show about being a little inconsistent. And game 2 and 3, completely different teams showed up. But if this is the team that can consistently show up here, this is going to be a team and a force to be reckoned with, honestly, because they're so fast. And when they're playing that fast and they're hitting their shots, they're just so hard to compete against because it's just time and time again, they're always the first one to the ball.
And time's running out as well for the Knights. The Knights find themselves on match point. The Pioneers, we've seen them have that light game, but now 2 very strong performances. And now it's coming down to this. The Pittsburgh Knights, this is your pick, Subi. What are you thinking? There's still time to change.
Hey, I like them when KC Pioneers aren't playing at their peak performance. And that's the team that I picked to win, was the Pittsburgh Knights when KC Pioneers aren't playing well. So I've just got to kind of, you know, cross my fingers that games 4 and 5 go in favor of Pittsburgh Knights. So I look right, you look wrong, and all is right in the universe, right?
If that's how you look at it, who am I to say?
I just want a game 5, if we're being honest. I'll be greedy and just ask for game 5s.
Game 5s. That is where you see the best Rocket League generally played. The ones where all the marbles are on the table.
Yeah, and I just love watching them because it's like watching a high-level chess match. Games 1 through 4 are kind of like positioning, just seeing who's going to get that, you know, top mount, who's going to be positioned well, and that's a great save by Rodoko. But game 5 is where players are going to be a little more positionally aware. You see teams spread out. They're not as aggressive because every mistake is that much more important.
Well, generally, you're just going to play that much more conservatively. Unless you got a team like Cloud9 in the old days that just go crazy.
Just full send it all the time.
This is a good chance here for Sosa. Sosa receiving the pass. This is the first touch that the Knights have been hunting for all series, and it finally pays off. Beautiful touch there from Sosa.
Great infield pass from ZPS, and you said it, James. The soft touch from Sosa to collect that in, keep it close to his chest, and then go far post away from all the defenders. And this is picture-perfect start here for the Pittsburgh Knights. They needed to go up early, and they did. And Rodoko, man, coming in from behind, Rapid takes him off the field.
Demos have been a factor this series. And a lot of times we have seen that demo coming from behind on the breaks for other teams. This one off the ceiling and down on net. ZPS will clear it off to the side. Memory, we see another double commit from the Knights. Memory getting around the ball has got Rapid in support. The ball cleared back to Beast Mode. Beast Mode going to let it bounce up. Taking it across the field. Air dribbling. Sosa hitting it backwards. This is an awkward ball for Rodoko. Rodoko will get control of it. Did well to not only tip it up off the backboard, but land on the backboard and keep going with it.
Yeah, I don't think Rapid wanted to hit that one that far. I think he wanted to try and air dribble that a little better. I don't think he was going for a double tap because he did see Rodoko kind of retreating back to net, and that's a perfect opportunity to get an air dribble, try and go over that defender that's racing backwards.
Sosa chipping
there it is.
upfield. Rodoko wanted to get the 50. Ball sent right back. ZPS to the corner. Sosa, the tip up. Nice tip from Sosa. He's going to stay on the ball himself. Goes for the shot. Puts it right on target. Sosa, he has been operating with a scalpel.
Oh, just mind games. You see Beast Mode trying to do all the calculations. He said, okay, I see he's got a teammate. He's got to pass that, right? Oh, no, I left that post wide open. And Sosa hits left, then hits right, and gives the Pittsburgh Knights the 2-0 lead.
Sosa, both plays, both goals coming from his bumper. First one was able to get a nice touch on the ball, followed up by a shot, and that was another well-timed goal. Is what you saw, that he had a lot of space, decided to take it himself, wasn't really defended, was waiting for his angle. He saw it, and he struck it well. So this is a great game from Sosa, and the Knights needed this one.
Yeah, that's what they need to play with, is that situational awareness, and right there, just being aware of everyone was. And this is going to be another fast break for the Pittsburgh Knights, but good touch from Beast Mode to go opposite corner, kind of keep it away from the Pittsburgh Knights. But they've got to get to work here. You don't want to be chasing 2 goals under a minute to go.
CPS. Downfield, Memory clears it right back. Rodoko, 50 against Memory in the corner. Beast Mode stopped by Sosa. Sosa, another quality play, this time on defense. Oh, and a huge miss from Rodoko. CPS, It's a 50, net still vulnerable. The demo, it was on Memory, but it did slow Rodoko down.
Oh, great
Good
touch
pass
from Sosa, but a better demo from Beast Mode to just take ZPS out of the equation, turn that ball over. And just like I was saying, James, we're nearing that 1 minute mark. KC Pioneers need one right now to try and make things easy, and there it is. Beast Mode puts the first one on the board for the Pioneers.
And you talk about going all in on this one. Rapid, after that hit, was out, or Memory was out of boost after following that. Beast Mode, if he gets challenged, if he loses that, it would have been a rough situation for the Pioneers, but that is exactly what they needed to do. They needed to go all out. They did. They get the goal, and now they have about a minute left to work with to tie this up.
Yeah, it's an eternity. Oh, and ZPS barely getting there. Great shot placement by Memory. But now things are starting to tighten up on offense for KC Pioneers, and the catch is getting scary for the Knights.
ZPS, that was a nice challenge there from Beast Mode. Challenging at that perfect height where it doesn't matter if somebody drops the ball or tries to get it under your car, you're still going to make contact. Sosa looking for that extra goal to put this out of reach. Ceiling pass from Rodoko. Memory catching it, flicks upfield. Rapid skips it off his hood, goes for the dunk. He did make contact. Now out to the other corner. ZPS gets it by Beast Mode. That's going to melt tons of time off the clock. Sent back in. Beast Mode wanted to get the redirection there. Didn't happen. And the Knights will take the win here, forcing Game 5.
Man, they looked so good in game number 4. And it's kind of like we were talking about, James. They just trade game for game. And now both teams going to be playing perfect Rocket League here in game number 5, because if they don't, we've seen the punishment from both teams, and we've seen the capabilities of both teams. Now everything, hey, you got to go all in at this point.
Yes, you do. And if you're the Knights, you're feeling really comfortable. Sosa, he comes in here, he's replacing Kinsey, and you look for the Knights to start making progress on that upward climb. That's why they make roster moves. That's why you make roster moves. You're trying to get to that next level. And Sosa, he was key in this win. You saw both goals. The goal where he was able to capture it, have a beautiful first touch, put it in, and then even that second goal, expert shooting. So Sosa coming in, replacing Kinsey, making his mark already. But this is where you earn your paycheck. Game 5, all coming down to this. Will the Pioneers fend off this upset, or will the Knights take down the Pioneers?
Oh man, I cannot wait. There is no better way to start the day than the first series going all the way to game number 5, and a close one between both teams. And I'm going to name a player on each team that I think is going to be the difference maker and has to perform here if their team's going to succeed. And it's got to be beast mode for me on the Pioneers, and it's got to be Sosa on the Pittsburgh Knights.
And I tend to agree with you as well. Beast mode has been relatively quiet this series. Sosa, that last game, making his mark. But these game 5s, we talked about the conservative play, that extra focus that you see. And Memory, top corner, gets up quickly. The defender, I don't even think he thought Memory was taking the shot right on net.
Ridoko went all the way back for boost, went into that corner. And at that point, I think it's better to just go up on that back wall and cover up the top side of the net. Because at that point, you give that player just a free shot.
Yeah, kudos to Memory, though, for scoping out the situation. He realized how out of position he was, because you'll see it's not uncommon to go for double taps in that situation. Oh, and that shot saved from Memory. Now a dribble. Rapid converted that into an air dribble. Now rebound out to Memory. Light shot. Beast mode will keep possession. Rapid. Back to the middle. Beast mode turns. High hit. Sosa will bounce it off the ceiling. It's right back into center. And that is not what you want to do. Dangerous ball. The Knights still reeling. Trying to get their wheels under them. Rapid. The dish goes for it. And cha-ching. Rapid gonna cash that check.
And the defender, he thought he had a chance. Beast mode came in and said, free the way Rapid is coming. And just like that, the Pioneers up by 2.
Tough start for the Pioneers, and it all came down to that misclear. You bounce it off the ceiling, put it back into the center, and you make things difficult for your defense. But Rapid, it's got a scoring sense, He recognized his chance, and now Memory piling it on. We're barely a minute and a half into this one, and the Pioneers making a statement.
That pass by Rapid to hit it with the backside of his car. So all forward momentum is canceled out, and it's just dropped down on a dime to Memory. Great team plays so far here in game number 5 from the KC Pioneers.
Memory proving to be that player to watch. Beast mode, though, getting a piece of the pie. The goals coming once, or back to back to back to back. The Pioneers not letting off the gas.
3 goals in the matter of 20 seconds for the KC Pioneers. Everything going their way and everything falling apart for the Pittsburgh Knights. And I was going to comment on it before the second goal that the KC Pioneers scored, that the Pittsburgh Knights just look very hesitant here in game number 5. Like they're too scared to make mistakes. And because of that, they're just kind of not going out for those challenges that are popping out that we've seen time and time again now for the KC Pioneers. And another one for Memory. Why not make it a hat trick?
Memory gets a hat trick, and this is another situation where he's got great vision on the play and plays the dunk. Sosa, no matter what he does there, his car language indicates he's gonna try to hit this low and off to the side. Memory cuts off every single angle. That 50, there was only one place that ball had a chance to go, and it was in the net.
Memory and Rapid just popping off together, but a good infield pass here from Rodoko over to ZPS, but this is going to be a long climb up to try and make this a competitive game.
And that was a very good team passing play all the way to ZPS, who finally knocked it in, but you saw the pass off the wall. Lovely pass from Rodoko back to the middle. The Knights are going to need more of that. They're going to have to score again quickly. This, I can't even recall the last time I saw, or if I've ever seen a 5-goal comeback.
Hey, I'm here to make history happen, James. Let's do it.
It would be personal history for me. ZPS almost bumped beast mode out of the play. Rodoko has the boost stolen from his front of his face. ZPS a demo on Memory, trying to slow down this attack from the Pioneers. Memory up off the ceiling, down to Rapid. Rapid shot off the backboard. Sosa booms it downfield. Beast mode goes to collect, but it's a bad bounce for him. Now off the backboard, Rapid will clear it.
And that's one where that
read.
pass, it's a tough read, but you've got to have someone going for it. You're down 4 goals 2 minutes ago, and you just got to hope that, okay, they're not going to touch that ball, and 2 players did miss, so had someone been up, possibility for a shot was there, but you've got to go all in at this point.
Kansas City Pioneers. They are in full control. The Knights going to need a miracle, and maybe this is the start of it. ZPS, he scopes out that clear attempt, and that was right into the net.
And good read. Just a plain good read there from ZPS. Down by 3, minute and a half to go. Still possible, just not highly plausible.
ZPS will turn and take this. Trying to catch a challenge from beast mode. It's into open space. Sosa will finally come in and take over. Delayed challenge. ZPS and that skip off the side. And now Rapid will clear it downfield. He's got no boost, however. Rodoko trying to get a quick 1-2-3 play going. Sosa right back towards net.
And it's starting to look like this is going to be KC Pioneers taking down the Pittsburgh Knights. But with all that said and done, I do like the roster move that the Knights went through, replacing Kinsey with Sosa. You know, Sosa did have a lot of misses and weren't fully in sync with each other. But that being said, when they were hitting, man, were they hitting. And this could be a team that is going to be very fun to watch moving forward.
And taking it to 5 games against the Pioneers. The Pioneers, however, if you look at this series, man, they have got some high highs, but they also had low lows, getting shut out. This one getting forced to game 5. We see demos galore right now in the final moments of this one. The Pioneers, though, they still get the win. Even though they had this one come to 5 games, they still get the win. And this one was a strange one as well, Subi. We saw those 4 goals, the first minute and a half. Some late ones coming from the Knights, but you still feel like it's too late.
Yeah, 4 goals in a minute and a half, and 3 of those within a minute of each other. Just, there are 30 seconds almost. Yeah, 30 seconds. Just completely crumbling in game number 5. But the Pittsburgh Knights impressed me here, but the KC Pioneers going to be moving forward.
And I called the 3-1. It ended up going 5. I think the Knights gonna be... this is a tough series for them because they come in, they force game 5. It looks promising, but then that game 5, that's about the worst start that you can hope for. And the worst start you can imagine as a team at this level, especially in a game 5 when emotions are running high. To give up that many right away, it makes you feel like the game is out of reach right as it gets started.
Yeah, and it's almost like they were just so demoralized by that first goal that they immediately counted themselves out. And I'm sure that wasn't the case, but that's just kind of how it looked as a viewer. After that first goal, they just stopped going for the ball defensively. They wanted to just build a fort in their own goal, and it did not work. They had no challenges at midfield. It just left those midfield passes wide open, and those rebounds were just wide and free to be punished. So it was a good performance by the Pittsburgh Knights, but a better performance by the Pioneers.
And, this weekend, a bit special. Normally we'd go to break, but we have a special treat for you. We have the Verizon Speed Shot Challenge, and we accepted 30 clips from viewers out there watching, taking their best gameplay, and they sent it in to us, and now we're going to be voting on which clip makes it through to the final 10, which we'll look at on Sunday. This is the first play coming from Additional Gas 45. Rocket League, Subi, it's all about improv, isn't it?
Absolutely. You got to do whatever you can. He's coming out the top of the net and gets the touch to put it back on target. Great play there from Additional Gas 45.
And you talk about doing work in the trenches. Not only are you going for bumps, but you're also hitting a crazy wraparound shot like that. Let's take a look at number 2. This one comes at you from Zayfei911. Going for the double tap, and he hits it. This one using the underside of his car. And Subi, any double tap is a good double tap in my book.
Especially when I can't hit him like that. So beautifully well done there. And then the number 3 coming in, the real Fender. Good touch here. And then comes off the side wall and gets the crucial touch there to keep it away from the defender.
The real Fender using the wall to his advantage here. That first touch, you talk about a light first touch. That's how you do it. Even giving himself space to get that second one. So there's the 3 clips. You can vote on which one you want to make it to Sunday. Get your votes in over the break. And you can do that as well, Subi, in chat. Very easy to do. Make your voice heard. So there you have it. The Verizon Speed Shot Challenge. We'll have many clips coming at you all over this weekend. In the final 10, we'll take a look at on Sunday. So get your votes. We're going to go to a quick break. But when we come back, more RLCSX.